Good morning, divorcing gracefully and beyond. Sisters, it's hump day. Happy hump day. And I couldn't wait to get in here this morning and have our coffee chat together today, because there's been this growth period in not only myself and my expansion into who I am and where I'm moving in this beautiful thing called life, but also as I'm noticing my clients and seeing their changes and seeing their transformations and seeing how seemingly what is an event in our life, right, the divorce, a separation, or a breakup, which could have the potential to literally impact negatively a person's life and their family for generations to come. Because you guys know, I've shared this with you before, that I sometimes will get on a phone with someone, or even at a party, I'll be chatting up with them. And, once people find out what I do, that I'm a rapid transformational relationship coach and that this is my specialty. Good morning, Diane, is helping women reclaim their brilliance, heal their soul fracture, and create a life that is amazing. The conversations of divorce will come up, and women will often come up to me and let me know their story, which I always love to hear. And it never ceases to amaze me that I'll be standing talking to someone who will be telling me her story, and I'll think that she was just divorced as of like yesterday, and it's not. Turns out she was divorced 25 years ago. But she's still carrying around the weight and the baggage of the past as if it was happening yesterday. Hi, Diane. Good morning. So what I wanted to bring to the table for coffee chat today was this idea of prosperity and abundance. Because what ends up happening is most of us will try to create this new life or this new identity or this new way of being, using the same exact tools that we have used in the past to get us where we're going. And especially if you have a certain level of success at work or in your career or on the professional side, you have a certain level, a way of doing it. You have a certain tool set and skill set that you're going to use in order to do that. And this is where the difficulty comes in, is because we cannot use the same tools that brought us a level of success in our career to bring us a level of success in our relationships and in our life and in our happiness factor. They do not correlate. And this is the reason why so many women stay stuck in repeating patterns and not being able to figure it out. It's not because you can't figure it out, and it's not because those patterns can't be broken, but you're essentially coming to the table with the wrong tool, right? If you were a baker, you wouldn't come to the table with a set of plumber's tools. You would need to have the correct set of tools in order to create the best pastries and desserts that you could. You wouldn't be coming to the table with a snake to plumb the toilet, because that's not going to correlate. So this idea of prosperity is what I would consider to be inspired action from the heart. This is where the grace comes in Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond. Because I remember when Divorcing Gracefully was created, when I was going through my divorce, and I refused to divorce the way the general public was divorcing, and that would be with anger and fighting and the house being turned upside down and heartache and tears. And when I began to apply this process, it was a wonderful process, and I began to teach other people how to do the same. And then what ended up happening is, after I was divorced, I ended up entering into a string of relationships that weren't the best for me. And I kept seeing that even though I was saying I didn't want to attract this type of person with these types of qualities, XYZ, whatever those were, and I was doing all of the work. I was, kind of going to yoga classes, and I was reading books, doing all of the things. And yet I was still attracting the same type of person. It was just a different body, but it was the same behavioral styles. And I couldn't figure it out. And then that's when I realized that it wasn't my conscious part that was attracting in these people. It was my subconscious part. And that's where I needed to begin to delve into, learn. And that's when I began my year-long spiritual journey. And I took a year off of literally everything. And I delved into research and speaking to every spiritual teacher. Those books that you see on the shelf in the stores, I pretty much have spoken to all those spiritual teachers and did a year-long sabbatical and dove into what really needs to happen in order to really transform. And what the answer is it's the outer effect. So the people that you're attracting in your life are the effect, they're not the cause. What's the cause is your internal vibrational frequency, is your internal belief systems. And so what you're going to attract are going to be your dominant belief systems, whether they're conscious or subconscious. So you could say, I want to attract a really nice person in my life, but subconsciously you don't believe that's true because you've been hurt so bad. And you've been hurt and you're scared to trust again, and you're scared to believe that, that can you open your heart again? So that's what you're going to be attracting in your life. Whether you want to or not, that's what happens, because what you're attracting in your world and what you see as made manifest, so the people, places, and things, and the material things that you have in the world, that's the effect. The cause, the inside, the internal state of being, your internal physiological belief systems, thoughts, patterns, and behaviors, that's the cause. So most people try to go to the effect, right? They try to go to the person and try to change or attract the right person, but it's actually you're doing it opposite. In order to really create the life that you want and a level of peace, joy, happiness that you deserve and desire, because you're your divine children, right? We're your divine child of God, as well as attracting the right relationship, whether that be just with friends or bringing a partner into your life. We've got to address the cause. We've got to go into our internal belief systems and behaviors and thoughts and patterns, and we've got to rip out the ones that don't work and replace them with the ones that do, because that's going to impact the effect in our life. That's going to impact what we are attracting. It's going to impact who we are attracting. And so the idea of prosperity is this idea that if you're creating this new personal reality, this is where we need to create a new personality. In order to cross this river of change, it's not that it's that difficult. The most difficult thing about crossing the river of change is changing your belief and your beliefs and your patterns and your habits. Did you know that 70% of us wake up, even probably more, 70 to 75% of us wake up and we do the same thing every single day. We'll reach for our phones, we'll check our WhatsApp, we'll check our text, our emails, our Snapchats, our Facebook, because when we wake up, when we check those things, it brings us back into this feeling of familiarity. It's like, oh, there I am. Here I am. I'm going to see who's, texting me, who's Facebooking me, who's WhatsApping me, who's Instagramming me. And we begin to reattach to this rehearsed behaviors and belief systems that we've done over the years of our lives. Because essentially by the age of 7, all of our belief patterns are created in our minds of how we see the world. And by the time we're age 35, that they have been embedded and they are ingrained. And from 35 on, you're essentially the same person, unless you do something different. Essentially, you'll have the same beliefs, you'll be doing the same things, and you'll probably notice this within yourself. If you are waking up every day and again reaching for that phone, and you probably think about, oh, I have to go to the bathroom, you'll go to the bathroom and you'll think about a cup of coffee, and before you know it, that cup of coffee is in your hand. That's because these are all programmed patterns and beliefs. And so if you're going to want to create a new reality, a new life, you've got to break those patterns and beliefs. And this is where the struggle happens for most people, is because it's not the concept of changing those patterns and beliefs, because I think everybody here who's in the Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond community is invested in their life and wants to change their life for the good. I think the difference is that when the rubber hits the road and we need to begin changing our belief systems, patterns, and behaviors, and then the cabin gets rocky because now you don't have certainty in the day. You don't have certainty in knowing what's going to happen when you do something. You don't have certainty in this belief system, and you have to have faith over fear and believe in what you can't see, believe in the unknown. Things could get scary. People get triggered. And what ends up happening is we retreat back into our cave and we do the same things over and over and over and over and over again. So my thought for today, for you, for this prosperity blueprint is, number one, becoming aware of the thoughts and the patterns and belief systems that need to change. Think about the thoughts that are keeping you stuck and in the same pattern every day. Think about them. What are those thoughts? What are those thoughts that you just, if you were creating your new future, that you just simply cannot take with you on this new ride into this new life? And then I want you to think about the thoughts that you would need in order to create this new life and maintain it. What would those thoughts be? And those thoughts may be, I can do hard things. Everything always works out for me. I make great decisions. I'm on my way to attracting the right relationship for myself. I'm on my way to attracting the things, the people, places, and things I want in my life. In the past, I may not have had what it is I desired, but now I'm drawing the line in the sand and I'm doing whatever it takes in order to get there. Now, this is the reason why Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond 12-week coaching program was created, and it continues to be such a success, is because I teach you these concepts of how to do it, but then I support you along the way, because again, the cabin gets the rockiest when you begin to apply these principles. So if you, for once and for all, want to eradicate those past patterns, beliefs, behaviors, and want to replace them with ones that will serve you, and want to be in a community that supports you and gets you, and want to be mentored by me, who could lead you step by step from one side of the river to the other, then below this video, there's going to be an invitation to book a breakthrough call with my breakthrough strategist, where you could sit down and really think about this and decide where you're going and what you want, and if Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond is the right fit, or if it's not, we're going to let you know. So I am here at Starbucks. I am going to get my Java for the day. I hope today's conversation was helpful for you. Hi, Gina. Hi, Elle. I don't know if it's Elle or Ellie, so pardon me. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Diane. Hi, Julie. Good morning. I love seeing you guys. It's so nice to see you. And I'll see you on the other side. Bye.